My name is Nakiganda Asha. I am a lawyer by profession, and I'm also a businesswoman. I stay in Seguku, and I am married with 3 children. There would have been more, but I lost some. So, when I gave birth to my second born, it was a girl, and my gyne had briefed me about my blood compatibility issues with my husband. I am AB negative and he's O plus. So my babies would have that issue of jaundice. So when I gave birth at around 8 a.m. But by 1 p.m. my baby was already yellow. So they had to rush the baby to the baby unit. Of course, I couldn't follow, but someone was following up. And it took some time while we were in there in the NICU. We reached a point where they told us the only solution would be getting a blood donor. We needed someone with O negative blood. So I posted on my WhatsApp status, and a friend of mine, a high school friend of mine, she's also called Tracy, got me someone who is her friend with that status. So we organized how they will go to Nakasero Blood Bank, then they screen the blood and everything. So fortunately, we got an alternative since it was a weekend. And someone, they told us to buy a certain vial. It's immunoglobulin, you know, some of those are scientific terms. So we got it from some gentleman in Bugolobi, Gito's Pharmacy. He's an Indian. We got it at about 1.2 because they had told us we would get it maybe in Nairobi or something like that. So we got it and it tried to help the baby. So by Monday, after we had gotten the blood and then they were going to screen the guy who had donated the blood, by Monday, the levels of jaundice and the bilirubin had all gone down. So we kept on pushing, and then the doctor said, I think we shall carry on. So that gesture of that gentleman really touched my heart. He was the only savior for my baby at the time. So I kept wondering after we left hospital, because we left hospital after like a month, and then we went back to hospital. This time we changed hospitals. We went to Bugolobi, and we successfully did everything. So after we left hospital, I kept wondering how I had never donated blood. So I wanted to donate blood, but I was a breastfeeding mother. But through that period when we were in the NICU, because of the stress, the moving up and down, I'm a C-section mother, my milk supply cut. And the nurses would always tell me, we need milk, and I didn't have anybody to help me with milk. So I kept pushing till I get some milk for the baby. And then also some mothers would try and give me their milk, but it wasn't allowed. So eventually they would tell you, you first talk to the nurses so that we can help you, and then you would abandon the whole idea. So we left hospital and the baby eventually became fine. The baby is now okay. So when I gave birth in April this year, in March 9th, I was at home being a new mother, another mother. So I was on my Facebook and I saw Tracy Ahumza is my friend. She's my high school friend. We went to school together at Namagunga. So she was appealing to anyone to help a certain mother who had given birth to 4 children at Kampala Independent Hospital in Tinda. So I copied that number and then I gave that number. I called those people, and it was the sister to the husband. She told me, it's okay, we are going to come. We are very happy that you're willing to help because we have 4 babies and they are preterms. So eventually they came, the next day I already had breast milk expressed, because usually in the first weeks I have a lot and then the baby can take so little. So I had a lot in the fridge. I even expressed fresh milk for them, so that by the time they come the next day, they are all set. So she sent her brother. Her brother came and took the vitals, they had to check for HIV, syphilis, all that stuff. Then they went with the milk, because I told them it would be costly to go, then they come back. So when they checked and they found they had the results, they told me the results are fine, even when I didn't see them. So they started feeding the babies. Since then, I think that was around May something, around May. So they kept coming for the milk every day, every day they would pick the milk. They would pick about 2 bottles, that's about 10 OZ. They would pick 2 bottles, then they would, in the morning, then they would pick maybe in the evening, sometimes once in the evening, but they would pick a lot of milk because they availed me with bottles. And I also had a point reached and I had my breast milk bags. Then I told them, if the bottles are giving you a hard time, I think I'll use the bags. I use the bottle, then I keep in the bags. So you just keep the bags. That is how I became the first donor mom for ATTA. And I actually didn't know I was the first donor mom. It's Tracy who told me that I was the first donor mom. Eventually, the babies got fine and they were discharged from hospital. They used to stay in Perere. And the parents still kept coming for the milk, then until they were told by the doctor that at least now they will be okay. They can start supplementing with the formula. So Tracy gave me another call. A certain mother needed milk. I stay in Seguku and that mother was in Seguku. So I also started helping those babies with milk. The father would come and pick the milk. He still went through the process of taking the blood, taking me to hospital and checking everything, yeah? So I gave those babies breast milk. Then the first recipient, the Salongo, got a friend who needed the breast milk also for the baby. So he contacted me and told me, I have a friend who has a little baby, 25 weeks old, and the mother really needs breast milk urgently because the baby is too small. So Salongo first picked the milk himself, the first recipient, for the friend, because he was sure Asha has everything, Asha is okay. So they just picked the milk without even, you know. So I kept giving that baby. Unfortunately, we lost that baby. Yes. But the mother was very grateful with what ATTA was doing. She had never heard about anything like that till she reached that point when she was in Kampala Independent in Tinda and the baby was in Zambia in the NICU. So she was very grateful. Even the first parents were really grateful. They keep showing you pictures of their babies. They are really happy because their babies have met, you know, they have come out, they have grown. Yes, and I liked Tracy's dream because sometimes you want to help, but you don't know how to help. You don't know where to start from. That is how I was in the beginning when I was going to donate. I was willing to help because I was willing to help by donating blood, but Tracy brought an opportunity and I was able to donate milk because there are people who really need those things and they can't even have them, they can't even access them. So Tracy came up with a very good idea and I told her, Tracy, I will support you all through. The little I have, the milk that I have, I will help your moms where I can. Yes, so I'm calling upon other mothers out there who have excess of breast milk and they are willing to support these little babies that are in the nurseries, that are in the NICU, and they really need breast milk. That donating breast milk is like donating blood. It saves lives. And there shouldn't be a taboo that you can't donate breast milk. Their partners should also be supportive. They should help them if they are willing to donate that milk, because some of the mothers have excess of the milk and they don't even use it, they just put it to waste. So they can actually talk to their partners should be supportive so that they are able to help other babies out there And you never know. We have saved so many lives. Out of the 7 babies that I've donated breast milk to, 6 are still okay. They are still here. We only lost 1. So if we keep multiplying those numbers, because breast milk really saves, that means we are going to save, the mortality rate will be lower. So I call upon other mothers, other parents, and their partners to support them, encourage them, and they shouldn't refuse them. The fact that you donate the breast milk shouldn't be, you shouldn't be an outcast in society. It shouldn't be a taboo in society. These are things that we go through our lives every day. We call upon well-wishers, people out there who are willing to support ATTA breast milk community, financially, emotionally, physically. There are those who can bring ice packs to us. There are those who can donate breast milk bags to ATTA breast milk community. They can contact the admin, and they go through, because we have a page as the ATTA breast milk community, whereby we can donate money, because we want to set up our own breast milk bank. That's the vision Tracy has, that can help so many other babies. So those who are willing to support financially, you're welcome. Those who are willing to support with gadgets, ice packs, milk bags, are also welcome. They can come and join us, and they can come and contact us. And all those who know other mothers who are willing to donate, there are so many mothers out there who have breast milk in their fridges. You can also contact ATTA breast milk community. Very many babies need it.